So is net energy superior to DE or ME for predicting the performance? Or in other words, are the performance of the animals, such as body weight gain, better related to net energy intake than to DE or to ME intake? Again, if we come back to this table showing that the hierarchy between feeds it differs between the DE, ME and net energy system, we have to keep in mind that protein sources are overestimated in the DE and ME systems, while fat sources are underestimated in the DE or ME systems. So is the response of the pig very similar to what should be observed or concluding from the feed energy value? For doing that, we have taken a trial where two diets were fed to growing pigs. Two diets, a normal protein diet and a low protein diet supplemented with synthetic amino acids. And you can see that the amount of energy per day for a given level of performance was absolutely identical for the two types of diets. But for DE and ME systems, the energy required for the same level of performance was higher with the high protein diet than with the low protein diet, meaning that the high protein diet was overestimated because of that higher proportion of protein. Similarly, when you look at the performance of growing pigs according to the system on pigs fed diets with different fat contents, you can see that if you express the values relative to the diet that contain no fat supplemented, the amount of energy per kilo of gain is absolutely constant and independent on the fat inclusion level, while for DE and ME, the amount of energy per kilo of gain decreased significantly when you have more fat in the feed, meaning that again, fat level or the fat energy value is underestimated in the DE or ME systems. So both trials indicate that the DE and ME systems are unable to predict the response or are not good predictors of the performance of the animals when you have diet changes, either protein levels or fat levels. So the first conclusion is that the net energy content is probably the best system to predict the performance and the production cost in pigs and also in poultry production. We may have to come back to measurement of net energy in some specific situation. Indeed, the measurement of heat increment and of net energy may be required in this situation, and one example is the enzymes, where the fasting reproduction or the K value may be affected. That's a study which was conducted in the feed industry, where three diets were fed with and without and with enzymes. As observed in many studies, the metabolizability of the diet was improved by enzymes, but that was only a tendency. Similarly, the NE over ME ratio was higher with the enzymes addition. So that means that the ME value of the diet was increased, but not significantly, only a tendency, by 1.3% in that study, but the combined effect of increased metabolizability and increased efficiency of ME for net energy resulted in a significant increase in the net energy value of the feed due to the supplementation with enzymes. So at the end, we can conclude that clearly net energy prediction equations are available, they are free, they can be used very safely for both swine and also for poultry. I would stress that there is no need to measure ingredients net energy as done many times in the recent years, and also some factors of variation of DE or ME should be much more taken into account in the future, since the DE and the ME are the predictors used for calculating the net energy. We have seen that net energy is a better predictor of performance than DE or ME. And what is clear also is that net energy is a more robust criteria for evaluating energy value of feed when you have important diet changes,